In cities all over the world, people rely on public transport to move about. Easy access to this service has a gender, age, and disability dimension. Depending on who you are, a commute within a city will be different.
My name is Valentine Joroge, and I am a feminist writer. The security issue and creating safe spaces for women is very important. When we think about leaving our homes, when we think about starting businesses, pursuing careers, and we're putting ourselves out there, yes, we're pursuing things we're passionate about, but at the same time, we're putting ourselves in the line of risk. And research shows women are most at risk for sexual assault when they're moving to and from work or school. So what do? Do we choose not to move? Do we choose to stay home, not get an education? Do we choose to stay home and not work? Of course not, we have to. In men acting like they own the city and we are kind of in their space, they get to dictate how we dress, they get to dictate how we conduct ourselves within their space. It's like you walked into a man's bathroom and, they're looking at you like, what are you doing here? You have no right to be here. But since you invaded our space, while you're here, your skirt should be longer, your hair should be covered, you should be saying please and thank you, and if we want to touch you, well then, you walked into our space, so we can, and no, that's not okay. I would like to see a code of conduct, especially within public transportation systems. We have a system in this city, particularly with matatus, where there's a kind of hooligan behavior around the matatus. As you walk to a matatu stop, there are all these idle people standing around. The matatu conductor is allowed to yell at you, drag you into the matatu, kind of lead you into it. Sometimes you're not even going anywhere. Sometimes you're just walking past the bus stop, but they're not interested in that. So they get to touch you, they get to grope you, they get to speak to you in, very rude terms, and that's putting it mildly. This shouldn't be happening.
Globally, the planning, provision, and operation of public transport is undertaken by men. Gender-based harassment limits the mobility of many women and girls. High levels of sexual harassment in transport systems have been reported internationally. UN Habitat believes that change will come through enabling women and girls to engage in shaping and managing the city. Urbanization can work as a force for social change. We can create gender-inclusive cities by utilizing the transformative power of a city's public space. This can be achieved by putting gender equality in the center of the work for sustainable urbanization.
Women all over the world are dealing with their security and with these issues every single time they decide that they're going to leave their homes. These issues affect men, they affect women. You have a story. UN Habitat would love to hear that story as we try and do more and more to make cities safer and more gender inclusive for everybody. So please share your story with us at the hashtag below.